Hey guys, welcome back. Shannon here with Got to Go Prepared. If you want to see what I've put in this pack, stay tuned. Hey guys, Shannon here, welcome back. Glad you stayed tuned to come back and see what I put in this pack. Hey, and it's been I think about 2 months almost since I've reviewed this pack and my initial look at it as it was empty. I want to show you what's in this bag, but before I do, I want to show you how it looks on. And it comes with a waist strap that I told you about, which once it's on, it really sits very, very comfortable. And I have this packed right now with just under 30 pounds of weight. And of course, I'll probably reconfigure it. I just wanted to pack it out with as many things as I could and get it really full to show what it looks like and the possibilities of things you could do with it. Of course, this strap's here, and you can put stuff on this strap as well. And then I've got some other pouches on it, as you can see. Do a slow turn, and it contours to the back very, very well. And I've got it not cinched up very tight, so I could actually cinch it up tighter, and it'll actually bring it up a little bit higher. But let's take this off and kind of dig into what I got in. On the outside here, I just have strapped a bunny hat, which this is a true spec. This is the waterproof one, the wide brim. Love this hat, especially if it's raining. And on the outside here on the top, I have some knee pads. We can take a look at this. Okay, the bungee cords on the outside of this pack can be used for a lot of different things. What I'm thinking here is you can put a jacket or anything, but what I have on this top outside is some knee pads, which I usually put in or take with me in most situations to protect your knees. Because if you're like me, you've been in camp, building a fire, doing something on the ground, and as soon as you do, stick your knee on a root or rock, and if you hurt your knee, then you're in trouble. So knee pads, and this cinches down and make it a little bit tighter. I showed you that in the original. Of course, there's a Velcro patch there. We have a dog barking, and then this bungee here, what I've slid in here, and I've not done a review on this yet, but this is an Anchor product. This is the Anchor Power Port Solar. So what this is solar panels. So I can take this and charge my devices. Now this can be hung right off my pack when I'm walking and collect energy and power my devices up while I walk or when I'm stationary with cables. I do wish that this Velcro pouch here that holds everything had a strip going all the way across, because it keeps it open right there. Things can slide out. I'll probably adjust that myself, but if Anchor's watching or somebody with Anchor, I'd make that one continuous piece of Velcro would be great. But no complaints with these products. Carry the battery packs and everything. Great pop. But I got that I slid that on the outside here. Of course, you have another panel here for morale patches or what have you, or you can leave this empty if you want to. Also on the outside, you have this webbing all the way down, and I've strapped on some tarp clips. I love these things. I used to find them at Walmart a lot. They come and go. Try to get some when I think about it in case they go away or something, because I love them. You save your tarps. You can clip this on, and then you got the hole there. Makes setup for a shelter very, very easy. If you'll notice on the outside, I've strapped 2 more packs on here, and as you remember, this is the Vanquest Ibex 30 pack. I didn't mention that in the beginning that I reviewed First Impressions a while back. These are also 2 Vanquest fat pack and the name's escaping me. I'll try to put it in the screen somewhere once I get this edited. But this just gives me a little extra space on the outside of here. If you go to this side, what I have here is my strapped in here, because you've got compression straps here hold the bag down. And I have this, my Becker BK7 that y'all have seen before, with the paracord lanyard, and my Carta custom grips here that you can get from, I think you can order these online for the Becker. And then I still got the black coating on mine, which I am toying with stripping that off. But I did take a little bit off there so I could strike it with my ferro rod, which you see here. This is, I think I've showed this before. This is a huge ferro rod. My wife actually bought this for me on eBay, and I cannot tell you which supplier it was, but it's the big one. This thing throws some sparks. You can look on previous video and see that. And then of course, the sheath that it's in is a sheath I made myself out of Codex. It's actually got a dangler built in and a molly strap to hold it on there, but I also taken, it locks in pretty good, but I do a little extra there to lock it in, and it's also got a compass on it as well. Also mollied on here, because the molly webbing on this bag, as you remember, is only on the sides, it's not on the front, so it doesn't really look tactical. So on this side, as you can see, I got a couple patches here, blood type and medical, to let somebody know this is a medical pouch. And of course, with these, I've showed you before how they open, but what I put in here, these just rip open. This is more of a trauma blowout kit. I have a ace bandage roll. I've got an Israeli bandage in there. Cat tourniquet. And behind there, behind the cat, I have some off bug spray and let's see, off bite relief, and then some sunscreen. They fit in there nice, not really a trauma thing, but easy to get to. And with warmer weather coming, we'll need those. Some quick clot sponge here, which is great to have to stop major bleeding, along with tourniquet. And then I have some black latex gloves there. I have the clean extra large gauze there for major soak up major bleeding. Then I just have some meds back here, some antibiotics, some stomach relief tablets, some Tums, just some quick things to grab easily right here as far as some that first aid stuff goes. And on this side over here, some other medication on this side that's easily accessible. Now you can put a lot more in this thing. The gauze, the tourniquet, the quick clot, the ace bandage, and the Israeli bandage in here is for trauma to get to quickly. I just had room, so I put a few other things in there. You can change this up any way you want to. Of course, that saves a lot of space from my bag on the inside by putting this on the outside. And in the situation, whether it be something happening to me, someone finding me, seeing this on the outside, being able to grab this and help me out, or me being able to rip this open to help somebody else, I don't have to dig in the bag for this. So I put this on the outside on this side. And of course, these are all clipped on with Vanquest's molly sticks on the back. These are great. All I have to do is, and I've showed these before, is basically pull this string. They pop, they come loose, and I can take this whole thing off very fast and reattach it very quickly as well. On this side, I have another one, and what I've done with this one, it's got a pocket on the outside, and this is just a lantern reflector I stuck in here that goes to my lantern. As you can see, this opens up, and this is basically a tool kit, and everything's going to fall out. Tool and electronics. So what I've got here is extra batteries, wall charger plug. I've got the small Anchor, I think this is the 1300 and something one, in its own little case. It's about the size of a fat candy bar. It's got the IQ technology in there. I have larger anchors. I put this smaller one in there because this would be a good battery bank to have extra charge with the solar and not take up a lot of space. So we got that in there. I don't know if I may have showed this in the past. This is a laser shoots a green laser out. I keep that in there. You can use that for any number of reasons in tactical situations, or just as a distraction or to signal. Of course, I got some extra cords and those are AAA's. Got AA batteries here. Some more. This is a universal cord. It's got different adapters in it. I do have a small Bunton solar charger, which is another solar capability. It's great to have. You've seen this in previous videos. And in the back here, I've got a long, heavy fast charge cable back here, and then a spare flashlight on the side. So you can see you can get quite a bit of gear in this little pouch, and of course it'll hold much more than what I've even got in here now. But I've got all my electronics and some tools pouch on the outside, things I can get to easily. And of course on this side as well, there's compression straps like there is on the other side, top and bottom. And I'm going to flip around and go to the top. Of course, in the top of this, there is a zipper here. And what I've stuffed in here is as follows. I've got some dental floss. This is great extra cordage, and not only Winston's trying to get on the action. Not only extra cordage for things, but it's super strong. You don't want to tear your 550 cord apart to lash a small lean-to shelter together. You know, do this. It's wax thread. It's super strong. Got some backup ammo. Excuse me. Got some wet ones. This goes without saying how important this is, and it's right on top and easy to get to for cleanup, wiping your hands, what have you. These are great to have, and I've had kids. I know the value of these for a long time. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh yeah, I took an old gift card and wrapped my Gorilla Tape around it so it's easier to stick in there. So I got some Gorilla Tape, and then I have a small, it's a card of knots, different knots you can tie. I remember a few of them, but wouldn't hurt to have a refresher and some other ones that I don't know about. I picked this up at a Boy Scout store. And this pocket goes all the way down and around here, so it's a pretty deep pocket if you recall. I got a Right in the Rain pad in there as well. And then right here, I think I've done a review on this before. If not, I probably need to go back and check and do one. This is the Fire Ant stove. This stove is pretty cool. It's flat stainless steel, but you piece it together and it forms like a small little chimney, and you feed wood into it and it just burns natural fuel, and gets really hot and cooks pretty good too. But I keep that one in here because it's flat, fits in here real nice, and I believe that's it. So you can see you can get quite a bit of stuff shoved down in here, and I still got extra room. I just didn't want to get it overly full to where it was bulging or anything like that, and keep it up into where you can get a good idea of what's some things you could put in here and customize it for yourself, because there's no one way or one thing to put in here. I just wanted to put things in here so you can see how much it could hold. There is still extra room in there, but you want things that are easily accessible on the outside, so you don't have to dig into your bag for everything. So you can see kind of how I did what I did there. Of course, on the straps of this, I put a climbing carabiner here that I wedged through. Of course, there's a chest strap, and I also attached on the outside. So when these are on here, the way this opens here, so I have goggles here. Now these are a military issue goggle. You've seen them before in other videos I've done. I've got them strapped there. You never know if you're walking, and these have different lenses. So I would say a clear lens at night to protect your eyes at night, and even walking through a wooded area at night, it'd be a good idea to have some clear goggles on. because if you have a limb come back and hit you in the eye and your eye's damaged, that'd be very, very dangerous. So if you're wanting to move at night, good idea to maybe have something to protect your eyes. And then in the day you can have the tinted lens to protect yours, and then there's the yellow lens too that's in these as well. You can find these at surplus stores or online, easy to find. But I got those strapped, just some ideas of where you can put a few pieces of gear here. You might want to hang some ranger beads or a compass on there if you can get to it easily. Okay, then you got the inside of the bag. Let's go inside of that. And you can see I got it packed pretty full, but with this still strapped together, you can open the bag part of the way and not open it all the way up, and it just flaps open like this. Of course, if you leave these straps connected, it'll stop for you there. And what you have here is another pocket on the inside. I'll show you a few things that I got in here before we get into the main contents of some things I stuffed in the pack. Of course, I got my shoe go to fix your shoes and repair things. Very important thing, I think, to have in your pack, especially if it's a 72-hour plus kit. You never know what's going to happen to pieces of gear, and you got to be able to fix it as well as having it. So got some shoe goo there. I've got a ExoTac, and for you who don't know what that is, it's a, of course I put the lanyard on it myself. It's red to let me know that this is fire, and it can hold my lighter. So nothing better to start a fire than a big lighter, and then the inside it protects it from going off. So I got the ExoTac in there. I have some fat wood. It's my tinder. I also have some zips. I love these things. They'll start a fire so fast. You got your lighter and some of these, you're good to go. So this is kind of like my fire stuff in here. I've got an extra flashlight. This is inexpensive Walmart. It's the Ozark Trail flashlight. Puts out decent light. What I like about it is it also opens up like this to a little lantern. You can find that in the camping section back there at Walmart. Let's see what else I got in here. SAS Survival Guide, the mini version. It's good to have skills and knowledge you want to keep in your head, but sometimes under stress or other things, it'd be a good time to have a reference book to be able to help jog your memory on things as well. So that's why I keep that in there. Alright, as you can see here, the inside of the pack, we'll slide this back so I have some room. So that was kind of my fire kit right there. So this, as I've showed you before, this pack undoes all the way flat, which is a really cool thing and nice feature of this. So if I'm on the ground in campsite or something like that, I can just rip the whole thing open and get what I want pretty easy. But I'm gonna hold this up together here for now before we open it all the way, and kind of just let you take a look at there. So you can reach in here and grab things right off the top. So right off the top right here, I have my UCO lantern. As you've seen the reflector that I had on the side pouch over here. So there's the UCO lantern. You guys seen that in a previous video, and it's in its protective case. Also have my clean canteen for water. This goes along with my fire kit. You've seen this in previous videos. This is Murray's Superior Hairdressing. Get that at Walmart for about $1.49. What this is it's a hairdressing. You can see here pomade, and it's in a metal tin, but there's just enough in the top of that tin, as you can see, where I've got 2 trick birthday candles, some cotton, and some fat wood. So right here I've got a complete tinder kit, and I've got plenty of that Murray's Hairdressing, which is a petroleum based, which will burn like crazy, and then when you're done with it, you have a good tin for making more tinder or char cloth as well. And everything else is secure, so I'm going to open it up. But before I do, I want to talk about, in addition to that, is my clean canteen. Now, you got to use all your space wisely. So I've got my canteen, which is hollow, and I can't remember how many ounces this one is. Oh, 40 ounces. So I got 40 ounces of space in here. Why do I want to keep that empty? I hope we can hear over Winston over here. He's excited. So what I've got in here is some gallon-sized Ziploc bags, rubber band together. You can put a lot of things in a Ziploc bag. You can carry water back to your camp in that. You can wild edibles or anything you need to carry you find along the way, you can store it in a Ziploc bag. Also have down in here a mosquito head net. Of course, keeps some mosquitoes out of your face while you're sleeping or walking if you're in that time of the year. It's also good as a filter. You can run stuff through it and filter. I have my favorite Cedar Summit titanium extra long spoon. Love this spoon. When you're eating the Mountain House meals or any of the dehydrated meals in there, this is great to get everything out so you're not digging your knuckles down in your food and making a mess. Love this spoon. Keep that in there. Also keep some a few Gatorade. This is the Gatorade powder performance thirst quencher. It just is great for just morale, not it just the electrolytes you're going to need exerting yourself in the wilderness, whether you're hiking, walking, or whatever you're doing in a situation. It's going to make the water taste better. You're going to feel good because you got a beverage that has a little flavor to it, and replace electrolytes. So I've got actually 4 of those in here. And this little thing here, what it is if you've boiled this and it's hot, or you have a metal cup that's hot, you just fit this around the edges, and now when I'm taking a drink I don't burn my lips. So I have that in there as well. And then I've got these 2 little guys here. These are made by Nutrilite. They are the fruit and vegetable to go. There, what that is each one of those little tubes has all my daily necessary needs of fruits and vegetables in one little squeeze, and it tastes really good too. It's kind of an orangey flavor, and you just put it in my water, and if I'm just eating dehydrated meals and I need some vitamins and nutrients to keep my body going and recovering, this is what this is. And these are the ones I chose to put in here, and they fit really nice down in this kit. So I really filled up space in here, dropping all this stuff in there. And you know what's wild? I still got extra room for other things in addition to all this. I mean, you could stick a bandana in here. You could stick a couple protein bars in here. You could get a couple other things inside this thing if you needed to, and it all fits nice in here. There's been other videos done out there of survival kits where people built survival kits in these. Now the reason I chose the stainless steel bottle, and this is not the vacuum sealed, keeps things cold or hot. This is a regular thin walled. That way I can put it in the fire and boil it. Of course, take this off first, and keep my water in it that way. So this has a dual purpose as well. Now I'm going to undo these straps here, and we're going to open the whole bag up, and I'll show you what I got in the rest of this bag. All right. Hope you can see that pretty good. I'm going to bring it up closer to the video as we go. Now on here I have this. This is Vanquest also. These are it's a Velcro piece that goes on here. You can buy these separately, and it's got moly cutting in it, so I can create webbing where I don't have webbing. And that's why Vanquest has put the Velcro in here. I like that. It's nice. I can do it this way and just tear it off, or I can web it on with these panels. And they got these panels for your concealed carry, for extra magazines, whatever you want. You can customize this bag the way you want it. But and this kit right here that I have webbed on here is another Vanquest pouch that I think I've done a review in the past on. And this is a complete toolkit / survival kit. It's redundancy to everything I have. So if I want to leave this behind, tear this off, and maybe grab my water bottle or something and go on a small little recon mission, if you will, I have a lot of things that I would need right here, from Sawyer mini water filter, some Caramex Vaseline stuff for my lips, and chapstick, a bandana, a multi-tool. This multi-tool is the Gerber. I've done a review on this one before. This is Gerber suspension, I think is what it's called. I like this. It kind of comes back when you use it, and all the tools are easy to get to from the outside without having to unfold it. I keep that in there. There's also a UTC compass in there as well. And it just slides in this pocket on the back of that. You check out the other review on this, and I think I went over some of these things. I may have added a few other things in here. Water bottle, paracord, another flashlight, drinking tube that goes with here, afterbite, lighter, some more baggies, the UCO stormproof matches that I've done a review on. I mean, these matches are, man, they're bulletproof. You can light them and dip them down in a glass of water, which I did a review on. If you go back and look at it, I think it was last winter or winter before last. You pull it out of the water and it's still lit. Of course, an emergency blanket. So I think there's something else stuck down in here. Oh, some piece of aluminum foil, which is great for multiple uses, for cooking, making containers. Let's see, I have some cotton balls, some more batteries. So a lot of different things in there. So I've tried to cover a lot of the 10Cs in this little kit right here that I can just grab and go if I need to. So that is just attached there securely. So here is a McNeck Tactical. You see that? And all this is a hygiene kit. Small hygiene kit. I won't go through that. You know what goes in your own hygiene kit. I've got it tucked there. I have a pair of mechanics gloves. I have my Eno. I have my Eno straps. And you can change that up. I've done things where I didn't take my Eno straps. I took the Eno and I created some lighter weight straps with paracord, and that's in another video with the Grand Trunk hammock that I have in another bag. Also for for protection, personal care, sleep. A hammock's really easy to throw up and really quick and get it done. And of course, in previous video you've seen me set up the hammock really quick, and also use the Yukon Outfitters rain tarp, so you got an instant shelter really fast to protect you and get you off the ground so you can have a good night's rest. If it's a little cold, of course I have the SOL Escape Bivy. This is, they got it in green and orange. I went with the OD green, and this one's the one that breathes and keeps you warm. You can use this multiple times. If you really take care of it, it'll last you a long time, a lot of multiple uses. But I chose to put this in here to sleep in case it gets warm. It went to springtime. You know, the other day we got into the 70s, and then yesterday it was 49. Middle Tennessee, you just never know what the weather is going to be like. Excuse me. Trying to get over that. Also have in here for light the Lucy. This is a solar paneled light. It pops open. You blow it up like a float toy in the pool, and then the sun charges it. So I've got a way to always have light, even if my batteries or something happened to my solar's panels or anything like that. I got a way to get light. Of course, I have a couple tent stakes. I got these inexpensive from Harbor Freight. They're like giant nails that I can help stake my tarps down or what have you. And in addition to that, I have this emergency blanket, which the name of this has escaped me, but I guarantee you every one of you know exactly which one this is. Comes in different colors. This one's the green and has the reflective material on the back side, and of course the grass ain't even really going, somebody's firing up the lawnmower. But got that in there for extra cover. and I have my another type stove situation. This is the Esbit. I believe I've done a review on this, but if not, I'm going to open it up real quick because I can't remember, to be honest with you. But I have my other little stove, the Fire Ant. So what this does is gives me a cook pot with a lid. And here I have some backup storm matches, and I have the Esbit fuel cubes. But I can use the other little Fire Ant chimney to keep a fire contained to keep me warm, and I could cook on it. Maybe I could be boiling water on it while I boil water on this too. This has its own stove. You can turn this upside down and you can cook on this. You just put your Esbit cubes, or you can feed wood into this, either way. And this is a titanium, I believe, or lightweight aluminum. I think it's a lightweight aluminum one. So you can boil water or what have you. It's got a pour spout, and it's got numbers marked in it for measurements. So all that fits really nicely together. So I've got more than one way to cook, and I also have a cup to drink out of in addition to my clean canteen. And all that comes in a nice little pouch here to keep it all together. But this is what I chose in here for a cup, but it's a multi-purpose. It's a cup and a pot to cook in with an extra stove. I mean, this thing doesn't weigh hardly anything. And of course, the Vanquest pouch here has this Velcro all over it. So what I did here is, these are from my Condor. They make these for Vanquest, but I already had these Condor pouches. It was the sleeve insert or pack insert that I've done another review on. These come off of that, so I pulled them out and put them in here, and they Velcro on so they stay stationary, and creates additional pockets, because the inside of this pack, of course, you know, only has that one pocket. So what I put in this one, and these things really hold a lot. I've got a lot of tools in here. I've got zip ties. I've got my sharpening thing here for the Work Sharp field sharpener here. You guys know what that is, but Work Sharp. I have a night eye. This is the Figure 9. Helped me set up shelter pretty quick. And something I haven't done that I'm meaning to do is on my tarps, I'm going to go ahead and run guidelines off of them and pre-time on, and then have this set up to where I can run a shelter a little bit faster. I typically do that, and I don't have this one set up that way yet. I have some bank line, extra cordage. I have another tube of shoe goo that's in here. It's been used a little bit, but it's on the inside as a backup. It's probably a little redundant. May not actually need that, but just some things I keep in this patch as tools and repair kits, because you can repair things with all these things. Also have some snare wire. I do want to say something on snare wire, because this has a trapping kit in too. I've got a frog gig in here as well. I've heard people say you can make a snare out of dental floss and paracord. This is true, you can make that, but you're going to have to make the type of snare or trap that yanks and hopefully grabs the neck or something of the animal, or pulls it up off the ground. Otherwise, any animal is going to chew through that like it's nothing. But I put in here this metal wire. They're not going to chew through that, and you want to get this is a 22 gauge metal, and with your multi-tool is easy to manipulate and turn into a noose or some kind of snare trap. And this doesn't weigh a lot, and it's small and compact. Either do this or do like in a previous trap video bag I did, where you're going to actually have some traps pre-set up and rolled and tucked away so you can set them up quick. But this is just so I can make as many as I want. Also have, this is from Otis. You slide it in the end of your barrel so it casts light in your gun when you're cleaning your gun. So if you're carrying a firearm with you wherever you're at, have a way to clean it, just the way you have a way to clean and maintain the sharpness of your blades. You want to maintain your firearms as well. I also have another little backup, a little bit of redundancy. This is a Cabela's mini multi-tool. You can see that. So I could actually tear this little bag off and go out and set traps with this and do some frog gigging as well, and not have to take my whole bag, because it's got my pliers, my wire, and everything in here. I also have some more backup batteries stuffed down in there. But see, this bag is set up to maintenance and traps and snares. I can just grab this and take it off if someone's helping me even, and say, here, take this, and go ahead and start setting some traps or doing some repairs. And this bag right here, and you can see I've stuffed this one pretty cool. This is calories, and it's something that I see in a lot of people's kit. They may throw something little in there, but you need food. Now 72 hours, you could get by with maybe a couple bars, but if it ends up running into a little longer than that, or you have to walk a long way, or you're exerting a lot of energy, you know, I have a background in personal training and fitness and stuff. You're going to be sore if you're not used to doing that. The next day you're going to be extremely sore, and you're going to need protein and vitamins and nutrients to let your body heal and recuperate, so you can keep going another day or two if you need to. So I include calories in here, and I've included a few things in here, and I'll show you what I got. First of all, this is a large medicine bottle, as you can see, and what I've done, because it keeps it in here really good, is I've packed it with coconut oil. Coconut oil serves a lot of purposes. I mean, it's good for your skin. You can use it on your lips for dry lips or dry hands. You can use it to lubricate your knife or your firearm, and you can consume it. It's fat, and you need fat in your body, especially if you're burning a lot of it, doing working, chopping wood, or building shelters, or walking. You need the fat and calories. So if you're having trouble finding food, you run out of food, this is a good thing to have to replace some good calories. Along with that, I've packed in here individual packs of chia seeds. If you know anybody who's a marathon runner, long distance runner, they know about chia seeds. You can just grab a handful of them, throw them in your mouth, and eat them. These guys are packed with good calories, protein, omega-3 fatty acids. I did a little bit of reading on these, and the chia seeds, I believe it was the Aztecs, the Mayan Indians, they would go on long hunting trips, and they'd carry their water pouch, their spear, their knife, and they would carry a bag full of these seeds for food to keep them going. And that's the way the long distance runners still use them. But you can mix them in with a little bit of oil and make a little ball out of it and eat it, and you got a lot of good nutrients and good fats and protein and energy to keep you going right there alone. Also, I put in here another product by Nutrilite. These are the citrus gummy cubes. Now these things are loaded with caffeine and sugar and stuff. If you just need a good boost and you just chew these up, man, you're going to be amped up. Like if you're maybe a little addicted to caffeine, like a lot of us are, you can't pop open your Coke or your Mountain Dew walking in the road. You can pop one of these in and give you a little energy boost and keep you going without having to boil water for coffee or something like that. So I threw those in there. Also in here, packed with good calories and fats and proteins, is these little Justin's. These are almond butter, hazelnut butter, peanut butter. I just packed these. They're small. You can buy them at Walmart pre-done, and they pack flat, and it's nut butter. It's not going to go bad. So I got those in there. And another idea, as far as in the same lines of that, is the PB Fit. If any of you haven't tried PB Fit, you can get this in the jar too. I love it. Throw it in like protein shakes and make them after a workout. But they make individual powdered size, and this is peanut butter, but it's powdered, no water. All you do is add a little bit of water, clean water to this, and stir it up, and you got creamy peanut butter with less fat. You get your fat from other sources, but you got 6 grams of protein and stuff like that. And man, what make you feel better if you're kind of a little bit homesick and you're displaced or you're out camping? With some good peanut butter, great dessert as well too. Another chia seed, and then also, of course, you got to have some hot sauce. It's a little mini bottle of Tabasco hot sauce that I dug out of an MRE, along with another MRE. I busted these open, but if you're catching fish or wild edibles, some hot sauce will make things taste a whole lot better. Of course, out of this MRE, I got a tortilla and some cheese spread, so I could use some of these tortillas with cheese, maybe a tortilla with some peanut butter, what have you, and I'm good to go. But you can see how much calories that I could pack in this little pack by using the nut butters and busting open an MRE. I could throw a protein bar or something like that in there, and these chia seeds. because you not only want some calories, but you don't want those. I wouldn't want to throw just like a Snicker bar in here. I want to get some good nutrition. You want fat, protein, and omega-3 fatty acids, and any kind of vitamins that you can get. I would even say if you've got some multivitamins that you like. I know Nutrilite makes a great multivitamin as well. You can put that in there and you have good nutrition. Maybe if it's in the winter and fall and you're having trouble foraging for greens and things to keep your body in its peak condition. Then of course I got this one more bag here and Velcro here, and what I have in here, it's a little bit in addition to my hygiene, which a hygiene is a toothbrush and some soap and cleaners to keep yourself clean, because you want to stay clean in a situation so you stay at 100%. But I put in here some, you can put anything in here you want, some Gold Bond powder, and some baby rash stuff. These two combined, you get to walking, you're not used to it, and you get chafed. This is going to keep you going, because if not, you are grounded. Stuff is valuable. And then of course I put a camp towel. This is a microfiber camp towel. It's great to have a towel in addition to a bandana, I think, just for morale, wipe your hands and face off, make you feel comfortable in a situation that you might not be excited about being in. So that's what's all on the inside of this pouch. Now there's two other pockets, and I didn't talk about them yet, but if you've seen the previous video, they're on the outside of the pack and fairly easy to get to. What I want to do is shut this up and show you what I got in those. Alright guys, got this closed up here. I want to show you what I've stuck over here. Yep, there's more room in here. Of course, here's those grab handles that you see in the first video, where you can grab from the sides here or use it to flip over to pack it up and put it on. That's there as well. And I didn't fail to mention this little sleeve here. It kind of runs under, and you could run something across there, maybe an axe handle or something to run it through, but if it's sticking out too wide, I believe it might get trapped or caught on the trees. But it is there, and I've got it packed pretty full, so it really becomes hard to put anything underneath that flap that's there with as full as I have this. But if you, of course, undo these back, I don't know why I did that. You can see there's a zipper right here. You unzip that. Of course, you don't have to put anything here if you don't want to, but I chose to put a saw. This is the Corona razor tooth saw, my favorite budget pocket tool. There's a lot of great saws out there, but I mean, I believe it's 19 bucks at Lowe's. I have these in all my kits and my kids' kits, and to have a knife in this, I'd almost rather have these two than to have an axe for short term. If it's very long term, I'd want an axe in addition to this. But this is a great saw, and I use it a lot, and it's just a beast. But it fits really nicely right in this pocket, and that's really the only thing I stuck in there. Of course, there's another one of these zippers on the other side. Undo that, and that one, and over here I have put the Coleman's toilet paper. That goes without saying. Leaves suck. Another wet ones. Take that, you're good to go. And then let's see what else I got in here. I got some small flushable wipes there. Some additional ones, can't have enough of those, just for whatever you're cleaning up. And then I have a few mounts. I got my area and surrounding states, and try to get the mounts that got the plastic film so they're waterproof. I'd highly recommend that. You'll be glad you did. And then I have this is the Midland solar emergency radio. It's got the battery, but it also has the crank and has solar, so multiple ways. It's also a flashlight. I have that in here as well. This communication is very important. And then I have a backup 9-hour candle for my UCO lantern shoved down in here as well. And I mean, that's quite a bit of stuff. I mean, I guess you could probably put a few more things in this pack or on the other side as well too, but all that fits nicely, and you want this easy to grab. If you're eating too many MREs, you probably won't need this. You're going to need a laxative probably. And some people didn't know this, and if you open up the MREs and you see that gum in there, that gum is sweetened with xylitol, and the xylitol really keep you flowing when you get all backed up from eating too many MREs. But in case you didn't know that, stomach relief stuff is good to have. Having something to fix your stomach, where if you're stopped up and you're hurting, is good to have in your first aid and emergency kit. And also the opposite, if you're going a little too much, diarrhea will kill you. So some anti-diarrhea stuff in your first aid kit too. Now in this you didn't see a first aid kit. I have another first aid kit that has more of a boo-boo kit that I will always keep. It's with my stuff. It's not in the bag, but I would put that in a cargo pocket or something, so I have that on me in addition to the things that I have on my person and my body. I keep a small first aid kit in my pocket if I was going to grab what I got on and hit the road for some reason, whether you're bugging out or just going on a hike for 2-3 days over the weekend. I'd keep that as well. Or you can get a small first aid kit and strap it to the outside of this belt as well. But guys, that's about it, and that's kind of what I packed in here, and all that weighs 30 pounds. Thought that was quite a lot of gear for 30 pounds. And 30 pounds on your back, I would recommend from a fitness side of it, work your way up. You know, get your bag you're going to use, and maybe with just 10 pounds in it, and walk around the block or something, go a mile, go 2 miles, work your way up. And when it becomes a little bit easy, you know, add some more weight to it. You can add dumbbells, you can add any number of things around your house that you can figure out what it weighs, throw it in there and work your way up and be able to walk around with 30, and not just 30 pounds. You can get used to that, but maybe work it up till you get 50 pounds in it. And if you're only carrying a 30-pound pack, but you're used to carrying 50 pounds on your back when you're exercising or working out, then this is not going to be that hard for you to carry. So make sure you're doing that kind of thing too, to keep your fitness level up and get used to some of those things when you're doing that. Hey guys, one more quick thing is, I bet you somebody's like, what is that hanging off his waist a while ago? And you see it hanging here, and it doesn't come this way, but I'm going to show you. Perseverance Survival. You can find them on Facebook. And I added this dangler with the back of this case has a metal belt clip that you can just clip on your belt, but I put this brass ring and an extra of these to create a dangler so it's below my belt and it can get to it. And it also comes with this ferrocerium rod for fire and the attachment there. It didn't come with the lanyard, but you can make your own, and a nice Kydex sheath. I'm going to do a complete review on this. Perseverance Survival is the one who designed and made this, and that's the only place you can get it. It's a little preview of this blade, and it's made by Tops too. Tops did this for them with the design. You can see the Tops logo, made in the USA, America. But you can see that knife is a good looking knife. It's got the bow drill divot here for you making a bow drill. I did notice the handle looked and felt a little thin, but and I have pretty good sized hands. I mean, I can just palm a basketball, if that gives you any idea. But this, it feels good. There's no hot spots and no crazy jimping on it. It's got a good straight line, and I love where they did the micarta handle, but they have this red line in there as well. I really like that. So if it's, you know, easy to see, it's got the pommel that comes back where you can use for scraping or strike a fire with that, and this is a good 90-degree edge. It'll strike a good spark, and I'll do that in a future video. But I really loved the sweep of that blade. Love a nice curve to a blade for whatever you're carving, fire sticks, field dressing an animal or what have you. I love that nice sweep. It reminds me of the roach belly on some of the old trade knives from the fur trade era, 1700s and early 1800s, and just a good looking knife. And got a lanyard hole there. It's a 1095 high carbon steel, has a creosote coating on the upper part to protect it here, but it doesn't affect you striking. And so you got to keep it oil on it and dry it off. You don't want to ruin the blade because it is 1095, good hard steel made by Tops. Tops makes a good steel with their hardening process on the 1095. But going to be doing a future review, putting it through some tasks in the future, but I wanted to show that to you. If you want to get this knife before I do the full review and you like just the way it looks, you go to their Facebook page, Perseverance Survival, and message them. They only made a limited amount of these, and mine has a number 12 on it. I got it kind of early on, but see if you can get them. I believe $145 for that knife, and I've seen knives this size and this quality that'll go well over 200. So I think it's a great deal on a great knife, and I'm looking forward to really putting it through its test. But just it being Tops and the look that it has, I knew it was going to be a good looking knife, and I wasn't disappointed when I opened the box and got it. Knowing me, I'll make another sheath for it because I just like playing with Kydex too. But it's got great retention and a good looking knife. But look for a complete review on that knife where I'll put it through its task, do some feather sticks, some cutting, some fire striking with that knife in the future. But anyway, remember guys, you got to go prepared because you just never know.